Eldin Jakupovic's departure last month saw Hull City supporters lose a cult hero and their number one goalkeeper. Not just that, the club lost its longest servant. Jakupovic had just brought up 5 years at the KCOM Stadium when joining Leicester City for £2.5 million, but that baton of loyalty and longevity has been passed on to another. That honour now rests with David Meyler. After turning an initial loan spell into a £2 million move from Sunderland in the first days of 2013, the Irishman has outlasted every teammate from a debut season that would climax with automatic promotion to the Premier League. Meyler's haul of 164 appearances have included an FA Cup final and Europa League ties, but the midfielder's focus is on achieving unrivaled success in black and amber. After twice being part of a City side able to escape the Championship in 201,213 and 201,516, sights have been set on an unprecedented hat-trick. "I've had 2 seasons in the Championship," said Meyler. "We finished second and we won the playoffs, so I'm aiming for a 3rd promotion. That's got to be our target." A handful of City players currently sit alongside Meyler on 2 promotions out of the Championship. Andy Dawson managed it in 200,708 and 201,213, while Ahmed El Mohammadi, Sona Luko, Alex Bruce and Jakupovic were part of the most recent 2 ascents under Steve Bruce. The changing face of City over the summer means Meyler is the last man standing in that elite club, and he is well qualified to outline what it will take for the Tigers to reclaim a place in the top flight. "What we did a few years ago was keep a core of experienced players," said Meyler. "The first meeting we had with Leonid Slutsky, he said he wanted to focus on a British core. I had to tell him I was Irish and I don't technically count, but he wants a core of players that know the Championship. We have that. We have players like Michael Dawson, Ryan Mason, Sam Clucas, good British players who are experienced and have been in the league. Some of our squad have played 100, 200 games in the Premier League, so they know all about English football." The manager described the foreign players as the cherry on top, the wingers or up front. "Pound for pound, if you go through the teams who would come in for people like Clucas or Dawson around the Championship, I'd back my teammates against anyone." David Meyler, flanked by Joaquin Evandro and Leonid Slutsky, at the launch of Hull City's new home shirt at the Street Life Museum last night, imaged Jerome Ellerby. "If City have a nucleus of players familiar with the Championship and its many demands, they have a head coach who is about to learn the hard way." For all Slutsky's success in Russian football, where he won 3 titles with CSKA Moscow before leading his national side into Euro 2016, the 46-year-old starts a new season as a relative stranger to English football. City trusted the experience of Bruce to map a way out of the Championship during the last 2 seasons at this level, but in Slutsky the club's owners, Assemendi Habalam, have gone with a pedigree from overseas. That follows on from the relative success of Marco Silva, who almost achieved his miracle in keeping City in the Premier League last season. Only a late collapse, losing all 3 of their final games in May, condemned the Tigers to the Championship. The second half of last season, however, has taught Meyler not to underestimate the talents of those unknown to the English game. "We had it with Marco when he came in, something new, something different. Eyebrows were raised when he arrived," said Meyler. "We all saw the reaction on Gillette Soccer Saturday, saying who is this guy, but you only had to see the impact he had on us. It was just a pity we couldn't pick up our away form or we'd have been safe. The Sunderland game at home really killed us. I think with the new manager coming in that people are a little bit more optimistic. If you win, you're the right man. If you lose, you're wrong. That's football, it's black and white. But Leonid has been a breath of fresh air for us. He's been exciting to work with. People are going to doubt him regardless because he's never managed in England, but who's to say he can't be a success? It's similar to the impression Marco had, and it's an exciting time for us all. We're looking forward to it." Meyler has had concerns of his own in a summer that has seen a succession of teammates say their goodbyes. Knee surgery in April has left the 28-year-old to play catch-up during pre-season and effectively scupper any realistic chances of starting this weekend's game against his former boss and Aston Villa. He added, "There always is a hangover after relegation, perhaps more so for others because I've been bogged down with my injury and trying to get myself fit. There's been talks of fellas leaving, fellas coming in, there's all sorts up in the air. But all I can do is worry about myself and getting ready for the first weekend."